What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I got some new news concerning Alexander Povetkin. He has stated that he is always available and wanting to fight Dillian Whyte. You know, Dillian Whyte has a hit list on the fighters that he would like to fight, you know, due to the disagreement for the fight that never happened between Anthony Joshua and himself. So, you know, Alexander Povetkin, you know, he knows that his name is in the lineup for a possible opponent. And he says he's interested in that fight, and he would have no problems fighting Dillian Whyte in April on the 20th, as, you know, that is one of the projected time frames or dates that Dillian Whyte wants. So Povetkin says he's on board. And we know from the interview from Sky Sports, Dillian Whyte said had yesterday that Povetkin is more than likely number 2. Okay, Dominic Brazil number 1, and of course Ortiz is number 3. Puts Povetkin in a good spot. You know, Povetkin is a good fighter, and a lot of people overlook him. You know, and a lot of people call Luis Ortiz old, but he's the same age as Povetkin. However, Povetkin's pedigree is bar to none. He's a golden Olympian. He gave Anthony Joshua problems. He knocked out David Price in the UK. His only other loss is to Vladimir Klitschko. So the question would be, where does Povetkin and Dillian Whyte land? Who comes out when the dust clears? Who wins? See, Dillian Whyte, he's looking for big fights, you know, and he needs those big fights. But this is all a process of elimination, okay, with all these fighters, you know, including the big 3, Dillian Whyte, and he claims there's 4 people under him. But honestly, he's not the top 4 because he hasn't proven he's the top 4. You can argue that for Dillian Whyte, but until he beats Ortiz, Povetkin, Brazil, that's the only way we'll know where he lands, honestly. You know, no bias, no anything about that. Nothing against Dillian Whyte. That's the way it is. So him fighting Povetkin is a good move. And honestly, no one wants to fight Ortiz. He's that guy that's, you know, low reward, you know, big risk. Who wants to fight him? You know, so it's a better chance that he'll fight Povetkin. And that would be a good fight for Povetkin to give the opportunity to show where he's at in the heavyweight division. Likewise for Dillian Whyte, okay? So if he takes out Povetkin, he will join those stable of elite guys, okay? Like Vladimir, like Anthony Joshua. Then if he beats him, he will be added to the roster. So then Povetkin, you know, he can go out on his shield or whatnot, but he, you know, can have satisfaction of knowing that, hey, I've been beat by some of the best, okay? And Dillian Whyte only has 1 loss, okay, mind you. So, yeah, that's a very doable fight. I think that fight could happen. I think that would be an action fight. I would love to see Povetkin get in the inside, you know, and just have a, you know, a powwow with Dillian Whyte. We'll see who has the bigger balls, the bigger bullocks, right? And, you know, don't be surprised. That may be the fight that will be announced. But we just have to see, and that's up to Dillian and his team. But you guys tell me what you think about Povetkin calling out Dillian Whyte, saying he's available, he's ready, and he wants to fight. Of course, please subscribe. You guys been counterpunched. Peace.